everyone, and welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energy forecast for the week of the 27th of April to May 3rd. Okay, so really the messages are timeless and the readings are general. So they're based on a collective energy. And today what I did is I pulled in a different way. I kind of gave everything a placement. So for my oracle cards, I pulled the energy available, a challenge, and the way forward. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. The first card that we received in the energy available to all of us is focus. Okay, and what I want you to know that is so important, and I teach my clients this in my coaching sessions a lot, is that focus is everything. Focus is what you attract, what you place your energy, your thoughts and emotions towards. That is what you attract. Okay, so your focus is your vote. So I really want you to know that Spirit is coming through in a way that they want you to know that there is a way forward, that you should bring your focus to those things that you want to create and that you want to also attract. Okay, because everybody's going through difficulty, and you can see the mountain in the landscape. And anytime that you see mountains in cards, it's that energy of ascending to a higher plane. And sometimes it could feel like stillness. Sometimes it could feel like obstacles in the way, and like something is hard and that you have to overcome. So take it as you may, but focus is going to be so key this week. The things that you focus on, those are the things that you will attract. So as my message that I posted this morning said, let's focus on bringing in that positive energy and detoxing of anything that has been bugging us down, keeping us stuck, making us doubt, and in a state of fear or limit. Okay, we don't want to block ourselves and block our own ways with limiting thoughts or anything that brings us to a state of panic, disorder, chaos, or toxicity. Okay, so the next card in the challenge is, in the challenging position, is truth. Okay, so truth being a challenge, to me, this came through as things that are difficult to accept. Okay, and obviously there's so many things changing, and times are evolving, and situations are unfolding in a way that they are challenging our own truths. They're really making us take a deep look at ourselves and who we truly are, and what we're going to do moving forward now when things are evolving in such a way that they're bringing such a huge shift globally. Okay, so the challenge being truth, this is about really looking within yourself, finding what is authentic within you, but also if you're being faced with situations in life right now that are challenging your trust and your belief in what to believe, then this is definitely coming up for you. Okay, so it's very important that we bring ourselves to a rooted place. Okay, a place that is centered and grounded, like the tree here. Okay, it's rooted on the ground firmly. Be firmly and always standing with conviction in what you believe is true for you. Okay, so the way forward is the card of security, and this card came up in a couple of weeks ago in one of my weeklies. So here we have it again, and this is our sense of safety and security that Spirit wants us to know, and I love because I hear it so clearly. You are safe. You are supported no matter how chaotic the situation looks right now. Okay, so this is really a message reassuring you that you are safe, that you are protected, okay, by a higher power. However you resonate with that, okay, whatever you resonate with, if it's God, if it's the universe, if it's source, if it's spirit, if it's just the almighty, the higher power, whatever it is, just know that you are being protected, secure, and divinely guided always. Okay, so let's start with the tarot, and I'm going to start with the overall energy, which is usually the bottom of the deck for me. And this week we have the Hermit. And you know, we were just talking about focus and truth and how important it is to be aware of what is that truth for you. So the Hermit is a card of looking within and knowing that all the answers that you need are within you, okay? And the way forward, and this truth that is being challenged right now, is going to open up for you. The path is going to open up for you if you take that time to introspect, okay? Because the Hermit says to be still, to not to be alone or separate yourself or isolate yourself, which has been a theme for all of us with this quarantine. But this is about looking within. What have you learned? What kind of lessons have you learned through all of this that is going on? Okay, really taking a look within yourself. What have been your reactions? How have you been handling? How have you been coping? How do you want to move forward? How do you want to incorporate what you have learned and integrate that as we continue on through this week and through the months ahead that seem so uncertain? But this is really, again, reassuring us that we have the answers and we are going to be able to light the way ahead with those answers and those lessons that we are learning through experience. Okay, so that's the overall energy right now. But as we start the week, we get the Three of Swords again. And if you saw my post yesterday, this came out yesterday, and this is the very difficult truths that we could be facing in relationships. And you know, this is what you awaken to, and you're being asked and encouraged to come to a place of acceptance, okay? Because this is really difficult things to process, okay? When you get the Three of Swords, this is a card of heartbreak, of suffering, and of feeling great disappointment, sadness, and even physical pain, okay? So for many of you, this is something that is coming through very strongly. It's almost like empathically feeling other people's pain as well. I can tell you that me included, and many other of my clients have been feeling that very heavy energy. So this is that tension, this is that heartbreak that you feel, finding out things that are very difficult to process and accept and get through. But the way that we get through them is by accepting. Once you get to the bottom of what is that wounding and why is something making you feel this pain, there is where we can in turn find the way to heal. Okay, so if you're feeling pain, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling reactive, if you're going through hardship, it is a moment to introspect and see why why or what is making you feel in this way. Once you can pinpoint that, the healing can begin. Okay, so where the wound is, the light shall come through. Okay, and saying that, we have the 10 of Cups coming up after that. So the challenge could be here, and the hardship could be in a family setting, and what brings you an amazing level of happiness. But when the 10 of Cups comes in, there is a lot to be thankful for. There is this energy that is telling us that we should be open to receiving blessings in abundance. Okay, so the 10 of Cups is a very happy card. It's a card of things coming together for the better, blessings being showered in your emotional life. So if you've been feeling that your emotional life has been challenged in some way, and that sense of happiness, of ultimate happiness has been challenged, know that there is something here that is making us ascend. And just like I said about the mountain, here comes the World card to show us that everything can be turned around. Everything comes full circle, and life is all about cycles. This is the last card of the Major Arcana, and it shows a closing of a journey, okay? A closing of a chapter, of a path. And it shows the graduation of it, okay? So I was saying that it looks like birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, things that are very important. Like you could be getting some sort of promotion. And this is also the connection to the world as a whole, okay? So know that this is very present, this feeling of sadness and suffering for what's going on with the world, and how that is unifying us, okay? And bringing us together, okay? For the same cause, and putting us all in a level playing field, okay? Now we have the 8 of Swords continuing after that, and this is not being able to see the way forward, not being able to see the truth, feeling hopeless and feeling powerless in front of a situation. But what I can tell you is that the 8 of Swords is a card that it has to do a lot with our thoughts. Swords are about what we think, okay? So this is about our mind. So when I see all these swords around this lady right here, around this woman, you could see that she is surrounded. She has made a prison of these thoughts. So this is where focus comes in, okay? And what we say to ourselves, what the narrative going on in our minds is like, okay? And how important it is to bring that focus to a place that, you know, allows us to see that our thoughts and our egos sometimes plays tricks on us, okay? Because it comes in with a lot of, you know, different scenarios, and what could happen and what hasn't happened yet, and what it makes us feel is stuck or not knowing what to do, that feeling of hopelessness that I was talking about. But it's great that the last card of the reading is the Queen of Wands. This is saying we need to get back on the horse, okay? This is about creativity. This is about having courage and getting creative, okay? The Queen of Wands is confident, okay? And she focuses on that which she wants to create and that which she wants to attract. And she knows what she wants. So she doesn't live in a space of the mind. She lives in a place where she focuses on her passions. So this is going to be really important for this week. And I hope that this message serves you. Thank you for favoring and liking this video and sharing it forward. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.